we go. D-U-R-B-O, let me take control. We are on a roll.
Bananas. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to OCC. I am Ty, joined today by Amara. How you doing today, Amara? Amara?
I'm
looks
good.
like okay, well, that's comforting.
I'm good, Ty. You got
It
me
looks
with
like there's a
that
90%
bananas.
chance I'm solo casting after that.
Nah. Ty's totally just too busy laughing.
So, I'm gonna ignore that just
I
happened.
have to laugh, otherwise, you're gonna feel bad. We have to let you think you're funny.
Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Anyways, today we're gonna have a match between Void and Zenkai. Currently, these two teams, they're not doing too bad. They're next to each other in the standings, so this match is gonna be pretty important. Void has been doing pretty well. They're at 3-2 with a +3 map differential. Zenkai's looking a tiny bit rough with 1-3 and a -10 map differential, but definitely not out of it yet. Amara,
Yes,
are you alive?
I am. I am alive. I
I paused so you could say something.
I know. I just my brain's just not working.
Good.
I don't know. I don't know who I want to root for here because those are my
Well,
little
you're a
void
caster.
babies. Yeah, but
You're a
I can
caster.
still root for people.
That's not how this works. You're supposed to be completely unbiased.
Okay, I'm gonna root for everybody. I just gotta decide who I want to root for first.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ignore.
Hey, Berkey,
that
you
said
can
that.
just shush.
Yeah,
Okay.
ignore Berkey.
Um.
But anyways, teams. Let's try and move on here a slight amount.
I
For the
wasn't done
teams we've
talking
got-
about my void babies.
Well, you're not allowed to.
Okay. I love my
Void,
void
your
babies.
babies. They have Swimmy and Dire Raven on support, I believe.
Aren't you supposed
Tank,
to know these things?
I am not the biggest brain. They are tanks. Right?
Yo, we
Hey,
have an awkward
we-
Amara counter. I like it.
Yeah, we are a scuff stream team today. Awkward Amara and Ty not using his brain. Anyways, I'm just gonna say that
I didn't know
players
you
are
had
ignoring
one.
the roles. Stop talking. Void has Swimmy, Dire Raven, Stevs, Clicksney, Magenta, and Helix to Cat, and all these are really nice players. I think. Amara, me pausing means that you start talking.
I know. You say nice players. Brick, just stop counting. I actually don't know a couple of the people on Void, but I have seen Dire Raven and Helix Cat play quite a bit, and person whose name I can never pronounce always pops
Clicksney.
off. That one
Clicksney.
always pops off, so I'm excited for that tonight. So, Clicksney, you better pop off.
Mm-hmm.
Also, shout out to Wheezy.
Well, speaking of Wheezy, we got Zenkai with Bad Reps and Stressed on Tank, Sniper Life, and Sway on DPS. And then Wheezy, like you said, shout out to her. Apparently, I don't know why you're shouting her out, but you are. And Seraph.
Because Wheezy and I have an evil plan to take over the world.
Well, I hope you have good luck on that. I'm sure you'll do a better job
Thanks.
than Trump. And then, yeah, Wheezy and Seraph on support. And again, all these are very good players, and I think that they can be very even today. And I'm really excited to see how it goes. And Amara, you did 1 bit.
Yes, I did. Thanks, Amara, for the 1 bit. You're welcome.
Sorry about that cough. I tried to mute myself there. But
Hello, Hell's
Yeah,
Virtue.
yeah.
We see you.
I
Hi. Hold on. Hi here. I'm Amara.
I'm so sorry, Hell's Virtue. But we're going to go into our first map, which is Oasis. So this is one of my favorite maps. And honestly, I think it's my favorite control map outside of Lijiang, the unanimous favorite.
I like this map.
Mhm.
I do today.
Thank you for
in
your
this
input.
particular moment. I like this map, which is saying something considering I usually hate all maps. But I don't know. I just think it's really pretty, and I've actually had a chance in like custom games when that first came out to go and like look at all 3 of these maps really well, and I just think they did a really good job on them. And in terms of play style, you can actually go up over the higher sides of the point as Farah, and I find that to be incredibly fun.
Yeah, I said last night, this is one of the best Farah points in the game. And we are on, I believe this is City Center for the first map.
I don't know which one's which. It doesn't have a hole, and it's not the university.
This is what, Zoe? This is Gardens, okay. I always get them
No
mixed up.
cars.
City Center. Okay, yeah, City Center is the bounce back one then? And then University
Yes.
is the indoor
University
one.
has the hole. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
because you
figuring
can
it
go into the side and you can actually look into this giant lecture hall.
5, 4, 3, 2.
We're actually having some interesting compositions here. We're gonna see double shield from both sides, but one's gonna have a Reinhardt and one's gonna have a Sigma. It's gonna be very interesting to see how this plays out, especially considering how the DPS are mostly the same. And they're actually going on to point right now. And ooh, that's a wall to isolate Hell a little bit. Or Helix, not Hell. And a pull to bring them all together. Not really finding a whole lot of value, but that wall is going to split off a little bit and funnel them into that tight little choke. And Magenta's going to capitalize, pick onto Stress. Another wall just to make another smaller choke. but it's not going to really do a whole lot. It does look like, yes, the first cap will be from Void, and they're just going to kind of, no wait, no, not, yeah, Void, and they're going to clean up.
You know, I have to be really careful placing walls, especially when the terrain is going up and down like that on the stairs, because it can be misplaced. I don't know if those walls were misplaced or if they were put there intentionally, but you do have to be very careful. Hell's Virtue, this game does not revolve around Doomfist. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but it does.
He's saying he's saying all good maps have good Doom rollouts. Why don't you just learn other heroes?
Well, that's incredibly toxic, and Hammond and Doomfist are the only heroes who matter. And you can quote me on that. You can clip that if you really want to. That's going to be a massive hold game altogether, but the wall isn't quite there to capitalize very well. Just puts them in front of their face. That wall from Sway doesn't find much value either. Felix is going to just crush them for that. And it does look like, thanks to this lamp, they should be able to win this fight and hold on strong. Yeah, oh, nope, Klixny actually finds Bad Rep there. So this does look like you can go. Wait, no. Nah, no, it's still Void. I'm really caught today. Sniper Life finds Klixny, but that's going to be the only consolation prize that they get.
Losing that Mei so early really hurt them, but even with that Mei, with so many shields, you cannot afford to just stand there and shoot at the shields. You have to move forward if you're going to utilize that Mei to her fullest potential, and we're really not seeing that from Zenkai.
Look at the ults right now. Void has 6 check marks. The check supreme, I guess. I don't know what it's called, so I'm just going to call it the check supreme.
I don't know, but the other team is also coming up on 6 ults, and if they want to take this point, they might have to use... If not, most of them, I mean, it's not, definitely all of them.
Yeah, it's a very good
I can't even.
The Dragon Strike finds 2 stems, and Helix both fall. Sway and Siren are going to start to clean up here. The bullets are going to be popped just to confirm it, and Sway with a triple kill completes the cap.
You know, with such a powerful ult, especially when you need zoning on a point like this, I don't think they needed to use that Mei ult. The fight was definitely one before that. But hopefully, with them being on the defense, Sway can get that ult build back up pretty quick.
Yeah, between awkward and awesome, you're 6-1, Amara. Just
I know. I want to know why my name is spelled wrong, though.
That's how it's pronounced, Armara.
Armara.
Yeah, that's an interesting wall to kind of pump all or force them into that weird position. That's behind it on the flank is going to find Sacrifice. Now that Salvary is going to come out as well, just to confirm that their team stays alive. But this looks like a very quick cap is going to come in from Void as Diary even rocks straight to the face. Cliff needs to hold W and continue the rampage that they're on. And it looks like the caps are just going to come forward, and now they're just all going to die. Nobody's going to be able to touch.
You know, again, I think it goes back to over-ulting in that last fight. When you're on a point like this and the enemy team has 99 before you even get the point, you have to save as many ults as you can, and you cannot afford to over-ult, be out of position, really do anything wrong, because once they take that point back, it's almost a guarantee that they're going to hit that extra 1%.
Yeah, and this one is City Center. So this is another really good Pharah map. Especially, like, I always remember Bounce Pad. You mean the Pharah map? I know, I'm so funny. Your laughter confirms it. Your abundant laughter.
I do love some of the movement you can do with Pharah on this map, but I actually prefer not to play her here. I really enjoy playing Mei on this map, and on the rare occasion, McCree.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite maps to play that Pharah, in my opinion. The compositions are, again, looking very similar, with only 1 hero per role being different. And what was that wall sway? What was the wall sway? What was that? I don't know what happened, but it was just a single pillar. And now this just gonna probably cost them the fight, and Sniper Life falls as well. You know, just a small little bug, but unfortunately for them, it's gonna cause Klixny and Helix to just pop and clean. Pop and clean.
And they have forgotten the point. There we go.
Capping in my 2020.
I understand the want to continue to push even after losing 2 people, but once it was just down to the tanks and healers, I think if they had just moved out, they might have had they could have saved a little time, which that's not saying a lot in certain circumstances, but that can give you an extra push if you're saving that little bit of time every time.
Absolutely. And now the push is going to start to come in, and with the superior amount of shields, looks like Zenkai's going to be able to push forward, but that's going to be a nice pick from Sniper Life to find Klixny, who's doing.
And Wheezy had a beautiful sleep, by the way. Shout out to the healers.
Wheezy's got massive sleep and anti-nade onto Steve's. which Sniper Life capitalized on wonderfully. And now it looks like they're going to be pushing in without any DPS on the other side. And again, a massive anti-nade fell swimming. This is just going to be good.
That was an excellent push. I'm letting people enjoy the moment, okay? That was an excellent push. I think I really do have to applaud Wheezy for that sleep. I don't feel like the healers get enough love.
I can definitely agree with that. Healers often it's either the Fissures or the Carpes of the world making big plays, but you do see the occasional Jonak pop off.
The occasional.
Oh, somebody crashed.
You broke it.
I didn't break it.
You broke it.
I didn't break it. Wheezy broke it.
Why did we skip number 7 on the awkward Amara counter? I'm hurt. I'm offended.
It's because Amara. That's why.
That's fair.
Yeah, and by the way, Wheezy did lose her ult there. So not only do they have to reset for this next defense on the point, but they're also going to have to farm up that ultimate again. So all that value that Wheezy got to farm it is lost.
I think Wheezy will be able to get it back, but it does put them at a disadvantage here, and especially on a King of the Hill map. You can kind of make up for that sometimes depending on where you are on a payload map, but them having the point right now and being pushed onto the side of the enemy team, especially, and if she comes back and chooses to stay on Ana, it is going to put them at a disadvantage, and they're going to have to play really safe or risk losing the point very easily.
Absolutely. I think they should make it so that you can move around during the pause if you're a spec. Oop. Now Wheezy, I think that they're either Wi-Fi crashed or their computer crashed because they just now left Overwatch, so it's probably the Wi-Fi.
It's probably an internet thing. But yes, I would like to be able to move around the map. Look at how pretty it is. All things related to the map. But
I just don't want to be stuck in place.
as long as I don't have to listen to some ability on an infinite loop while we're in the pause, I think I will survive. Yes, that's
like
true.
when somebody's contesting, is just beep, 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 shut up, please.
Yes, exactly.
Apparently nobody likes 7. Thank you for informing us of this.
I like 7.
Well, Brick agrees because he says it's the number of perfection. Then why aren't I 7? Please don't laugh that hard.
This is a serious question.
I didn't hear what Zella said, and neither did you guys, so it doesn't matter. If we don't hear what he says, then he said nothing, right, chat? So, looking at this, Zenkai would have had a clear ultimate advantage because they would have had 4 ults and 2 about to come online versus... Actually, no, it would have been pretty even.
It would. I think they can still manage with Wheezy having to come back and build alt again. It is going to put them down that one alt, but if they play the alts they have right, especially that May alt, they might be able to make up for not having. Yes, Brightly. Yes.
No, she's loading back into Overwatch at the moment.
It's not a stream if somebody doesn't DC.
Yeah. Scuffed or NA.
I will not be crashing because of my computer, at least, because I have a new one.
If you live near Amara, cut the power lines. Cut them now.
How about we don't? There are 3 computers in this house, and I'd rather not lose all 3 of them at once.
Cut the power lines.
4 if you count my old tower.
Your alt tower?
Old tower. I just built a new computer last week.
Why do you have a tower? And is it tilted?
Yes.
Tilted towers.
Yes.
That's so funny.
It had Overwatch on it. Of course it's tilted.
Ha, you're not funny. That's not funny at all. Why would you say that? Jeff and her.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
All right. Thank God I don't have to just podcast anymore. Wheezy has come back in. So once we have the ready from both teams, I don't have to deal with having to actually conversate
Hey, just
with
don't
Amara.
scare her off again.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. My heart is broken into 10 million pieces.
What are we talking about?
My heart.
Oh.
It was already broken into like 4, so not
That's
that
another
impressive.
million, right?
Yeah.
No big deal.
You know how it
Alright.
goes. And we're back in. They're actually going to want to stay here and pop some ults in order to try and win it, and it will work! Stress and Sniper Life both find picked with some ability. And Dragon Strike is basically at cooldown, so, Oh, Clixney does find Sway, though. And Stress with another Fire Strike to find Stev. Just kind of...
Should you say Dragon
Poppy
Strike's
right.
basically on cooldown?
I mean,
I dig it.
it charges faster than Immortality.
One, have you seen the nerfs to Immortality?
Yeah, now it really charges faster than Immortality, although,
Right.
he does
And it
shoot
looks
at
like-
around his ult speed.
Yes, but Wheezy did make it back, and like I said, I think they were going to need to use some of those ults to maintain the point, and they did, and they didn't over
Massive Anthony by 4! Only the DPS weren't affected by that huge play from Wheezy. Getting back in and already pumping in tons of work.
Get up, Wheezy.
Wheezy doing some work! I don't know why I said it like that. I just wanted to...
I don't either.
I wanted to wheeze while talking about Wheezy. So that's gonna be a huge program that Flux fighting 4 players, and the risk is gonna hold out of it, but the Lance will have to save the rest, and it will sufficiently. The Stress wants the Earth here, the Dragon Strike is coming, and all the deployables are dead, and the moment behind it is out as well. Steps on Dragon Strike elimination. Blizzard with 4 players frozen. He's actually gonna die from it at the moment. Now Sway's a little bit out of position in the Icicle. He's gonna have to 1v4 their way out, and it's not gonna work as Dire even just sends in the Hyperspheres to get that elimination. Wheezy is gonna have the Nano Boost here, but they're gonna have to decide if they want to commit. It does look like they will, as they drop the Dragon Strike and the Bongo. Clixy's gonna find the Orisa, though. Dragon Strike's not gonna do enough as they have to back up. At the moment, the Nano Boost is coming under Stress, who has that Earthshatter, but it's not gonna be able to drop it because of all their shields in their way. So kind of a wasted Nano Boost.
That Mail would have been absolutely huge, except for Clixie on the enemy team popped his McCree ult, and that prevented the rest of Sway's team from coming in and actually capitalizing on that ult. So it was a great, I think it was a great ult from both of them, but ultimately the zoning that came from Clixie's won them that point.
Absolutely, positively. The only ult they're gonna... Oh, never mind. They don't need ultimates to just bump heads like that. They're gonna have 2 ultimates, and they will have the Flaming Fury combo, as I like to call it, the Orisa Halt plus Window plus Fire Strike. And that will get instant kills if they do it correctly, but have to get the Bongo now that it's dropped. Then behind it, up on the high ground. It's gonna find 3! Massive play from Quincy, and now they're on the back foot. They have to find the players who can touch after that team kill. It doesn't look like they will. 95%.
You have to be really careful playing against the McCree now that shields just aren't as strong, because as we saw, he can build ult extremely fast.
Absolutely. I said that Dragon Strike was a cooldown, but I swear I've seen McCree's charge High Noon in 30 seconds. It's not even funny. It actually is scary. And just waiting for the nerfs, day 200 or whatever it is by now. This is the massive High Noon. It just confirmed the fight. But first map is gonna go to Void. Zenkai put up a decent fight on the second half, though.
They did. I think they are a little too afraid to ult sometimes or push forward. And if they could just get past that, these games would be even closer. And I think they'd have a really good chance of winning. But you have to know when to time ults, especially mirrored ults, like a Mei versus a Mei or a Grav versus a Grav. Because sometimes, a lot of the time, it comes down to who does it first or who does it better, obviously. And I think they're just too afraid to use these ults sometimes.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And Brick said that the patch notes were holy song for Hammond mains. I've never been happier in my life, so yes, you are correct.
I'm upset with the Mei nerfs.
Mayton is no more.
No, she still is.
Mayton is no more.
And I will
Stop
still
talking.
play her.
Stop talking. Don't break my heart like that. Don't go breaking my heart.
I couldn't if I tried.
Well, you just did.
I wasn't trying.
I guess when you don't try, you break hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never do it on purpose. That's rude.
You know, you are pretty rude though.
Wow. Here I am volunteering to come cast, so you're not alone, and you call me. rude.
Anyways, our next map here is going to be Hanamura. And I think this is one of the more loved of the, or not hated of the control maps, or assault maps.
I think you just find the good in every map, and while I applaud that, I don't know how you do it.
Well,
It's a good map, though. I think it's I like this map. Thank you, Lau, for the bits.
yeah, I was about to say,
Ranch
Loud
Snoring.
T-Rex with the 4 bits. I believe that puts him in third place, or Loud Trex. That's your
Yeah,
name.
the
now.
Lau T-Rex.
The Loud T-Rex. You're now Loud Tricks. Congratulations.
We got Erica in the number 2 spot. 4 cheers.
Yeah, there we go. Now Lau is loaded into the top 3 for me. So
Woo!
if anybody wants to donate 5 bits, just yoink that away from him and force a bit war, I think that'd be pretty funny.
If I donated 5 bits, he'd still be third.
Well, then not you, clearly.
I know, it's so unfortunate. Because Erica
Wait a
and I
second.
went to a bit war the other day.
And cough. Don't worry about
Zell, I can't stand you and your dad jokes.
it. If
And-
you
or your
divide
spelling.
2020 by
I can't
5,
deal
you get
with your dad
404.
jokes.
So this year's just a glitch in the matrix. But at the same time, throughout the entire month of April, it's going to be 420.
Yikes.
Fun fact. 420 2020. 420 2020. That's going to be a thing.
Oh gosh. What have you
Just
done?
where do you think the year is and where do you think the day is? That's the question, though. Anyways,
Are these the
Hanamura,
things you think
oh,
about
well,
when you lay in bed at night and can't sleep?
and other things like that's particular again the fact I told you before the stream.
Alrighty then.
It keeps me up at night.
Hmm.
Anyways, I think I like Hanamura just because of that 2017 World Cup where Flower basically killed everything ever.
Everything ever. Is that your
Everything.
professional assessment?
My 100% professional intelligent assessment. He clicked the heads.
Hello, Erica.
Yeah, here. Oh, Brick with the massive 0 bits. Thank you, my boy. We are going into Hanamura.
Traveling to Hanamura.
Excuse me.
I've seen some interesting strats on this map from
Match.
all of our divisions in OCC. Zell, you shush. You and your strats do not count as interesting. They count as I don't know what kind of illicit substances Zell is
look
on
at
today.
This toxicity. Look at its toxicity.
but
Be sure you give Amara a report in the chat. It will be greatly appreciated. Reports are always required and always appreciated.
I can't stand you. Why did I volunteer to do this?
The world may never know.
But you know, we do see a lot of interesting strats. Not so much on the second point. The second point, it's a lot of let's keep going right, even though that's what we've done for the last 5 minutes. And I think that's pretty standard across the board. But on the first point, we definitely see a variety of strategies, and I'm interested to see if we see any of those today, or if we'll see something a little bit more straightforward.
I hope to see the wonky
Straightforward,
wacky.
I don't mean straight to the point by using a sim.
I think that is straightforward. And I think that's the ideal composition that I find super cheesy.
I
want to
love
see
it, but that is
I
not
want-
what I meant by straightforward.
I want a meta where Reinhardt and Hammond are the top 2 tanks. And then they can just go to point with some TP. With, like, I don't know, a Torb or something. And then support can be, like, something high skill yet fun, like Zen
As
Ana.
interesting as the comps we see in OCC are, I think the ones you come up with in your head are even more interesting.
Yeah, oh, that's an interesting wall just to prevent Quixie from getting his own, and now they have the ability to play. They don't really utilize that. Clixney is going to be there, available to have as well, but Sway is just going to pop it before he can. Now they're going to start to hold W, and the wall's going to be there to try and isolate, but it won't quite be enough. Although, Weezy is in a bit of a wanky position. And now they have to back up after Stress falls. They're going to have half the shielding, so they do have to reset.
Those ults are impressive, but I have to give props to Clixney for moving around and being like, okay, no point waiting anymore. And actually freezing like the entire enemy team, and I still don't think the main nerfs are necessary. But...
Excuse me?
But...
Leave.
That was pretty savage.
Leave my home.
I'm
Main nerfs are 100% necessary.
No, they're absolutely not. I am saddened by them.
Yeah, just... Oh, that's an uncoordinated window, actually. Stress pops his Fire Strike, and then the window comes down after it's already passed through. The Dragon Strike's going to be there to try and find something, and it will. Stems find Sniper Life. So that's going to be a good pick to prevent the attack from really pushing forward. Clixney is going to confirm it. Both the DPS finding their mirrors on the opposite side. Now they're just going to have to wait.
I think they need to switch up the comp, continue to go after Clixney on that Mei, because right now they don't have the aggression to push through, and so they need to maybe go Pharah or Sombra or something to get in that back line and pull that enemy team away from that shield, because right now they just don't have the momentum to go through it.
You want somebody to go after a Mei. You want somebody to try and 1v1 a Mei.
As a Pharah, yes.
Pharah gets boinked by his Mei. I don't know what you're talking about. There's a window coming out on the defense. Clixney is going to take advantage of it right away. Bad Rip falls, and now no, it's poor Sway. Oh, poor Sway. You poor unfortunate soul. But Sniper Life in the off angle is going to find 2 picks, and it is discorded, but you know, he's going to try and find another angle in order to get some value in. He's going to start to push forward here, and then Ambus is coming on to Stress right now. He's going to hold W with the Shatter available. He's going to get rocked, and now he's going to pop at any moment now. There's a decent opportunity right in front of him, but he's holding it, probably saving it for the next fight. Since they are already up so much, he's going to fall to Diary. Need a good pick to defense to try and come back into this initial Transcendence as well. Just pop to try and stall. Not really the best choice as Diary gets frozen. The Transcendence ends, and very high skill hero Mei hold M1 and eventually win the fight for that.
Again, I don't think the Mei ult was necessary to win the point, but I do like that they saw that with those 2 kills that came from the Hanzo from Sniper Life, they were 4-4, and they went ahead and pushed forward knowing that they had the closer spawn. And so I do have to applaud those 2 kills and their ability to assess that situation the way they did.
I Yaga agree. Yaga Yeeks more like Yaga agree with that fact indeed. That's quite solo chat. They are going to push forward with a little bit of a Mei wall drops in. That's going to be a Grimthic Flux paired with a Dragon Strike and a hole, but not going to find a whole lot. Sayura is going to be able to live thanks to his window, and that's going to be Stress fighting Magenta with a Fire Strike thanks to the help of that window. So the wall's going to isolate the Orisa, they're going to hold W and M1 as Stress falls. That's going to be a opponent going right into that hallway. Doesn't really find a whole lot of value except for the fact that Stress dies. So they will have to worry about that. Now Stev's kind of popping off a little bit, finds a second elimination onto a tank, and now in a hard 1v1 with Sniper is going to lose it. But they still can't push forward anymore.
They still need to back out. At that point, they no longer have the advantage. And they probably should have backed out a little bit sooner. But I thought that Mei ult was great in terms of zoning. You don't always have to get a bunch of people in an ult for it to be effective, or even anybody for it to serve its purpose.
Amara, that doesn't work. Just go Pharah.
That is not the answer to everything. Except
well, that's what
but they were already on Mei, so I can't say that doesn't work. Go Mei.
Well, that's fair, yeah, I guess. Not fair.
Looks like Berkey is saying yes, the Famara. Looks like Berkey is saying gifted sub to Zenkai wins.
Oh, that's a massive pull. Dragon Trick to bring 2 players together, and it's going to find that Andy act there. The lamp just not quite in range. They both fall. So this will give a good opportunity for them to attack. The Mei and Honor are both on the same high ground. The pull is going to bring them on the low ground, though, as the Nano Boosted Reinhardt doesn't find any value thanks to that massive pull. They're kind of crawling on the high ground now, and Easy is going to start to need the Jonax that they need as Clixney falls to DPS. Oh, no, that's a massive hammer. 1 swing, 2 kills. That's just going to avenge his fallen tanks. but this is still a very, very hard fought battle right now. The deep defense is dropping like flies, but batter up to drop low, but it's going to be brought right back up the ash. Those Dynamite in, not to find a whole lot of value though. Steve's on the high ground, kind of uncontested on something, tons of value. Bob is about to be ready. The lamp falls, dusts this place down. Instead, with an elimination of the Wheezy, this looks like it's going to be the defensive fight to win as the Genji just dashes on through. And that's going to be it. Well,
I think they did a really good job there of getting that first tick, and even staying on the point they did for a lot of the time there. We're pretty even, I think, but having that Ash on the high ground and just nothing to get her put them at a disadvantage. And had she needed Bob, she did get it pretty fast. So just when you don't have characters that can get up there, you either have to ignore her or you all have to move. And had they moved, they wouldn't have taken that tick. So they're gonna do something about characters that are up on that high ground like that. So they're either gonna have to switch or they're gonna have to change their strategy a little bit.
There's not really a high chance of draw if they do not push further onto the point, but that's going to be a reflect coming out, and with the lamp already down, it's not going to be able to do anything, and that's going to drop them down. They're all low, and Clickstay is going to be the one to capitalize. He finds the two safe right there, the Blizzard is going to drop as well. But this time for the attack, and 3 plays to be frozen, but the Dragon's like going through this, looking like it's an attack fight to win. Bob's on point, but they're just going to be focused down here, and finds his way with the Bob. The second tick's going to come in, but the Orisa's coming in. It looks like Swimming will be able to 1v1 the enemy Orisa as the gold comes through. Now we see the Genji coming back to Clickstay with the Dragon Blade available. He's going to dash in it, and the Dragon Shatters are going to be there, not fighting a whole lot, just 2 players, and he's not going to be able to capitalize on that very well. Starblight falls at the end of their dreams, 80.2% on the point.
That Mei Hanzo combo of that ult that gave them that other tick, that was beautiful. It was, and it's not something I would usually advise when your team is down, but they just didn't really have the time to come back and do a full fight, or at least it would have been extremely close by the time they died and staggered back in. So I think that was an excellent play, and it did get them that additional tick, which I think they can use to win this game. We're not gonna have a draw.
Okay, Boomer.
What?
Oh yeah, they didn't destroy all the
well
arcade
then.
machines. Just an FYI, in case you don't know in the chat, destroying all the arcade machines gives you a 95% chance of victory. And if you don't destroy them all, then you're basically forfeiting the entire game.
And you are so full of it.
No, Jeff confirmed.
Jeff confirmed, okay.
Yeah, Papa Hef has told me himself.
Oh, okay. I have actually waved to Papa Jeff, Nassif and I did, at the first Overwatch League Finals, and he waved back. He was in the section behind us.
I feel like that's your grace. I'm a little bit sad for you.
I mean, no, just, you were talking about Papa Jeff, and that's my Papa Jeff story.
Yeah, but I feel like that's your greatest achievement that you've ever had.
It's not.
I'll take baloney for 500. Anyways, look at the compositions right now. They're actually going with a Reinhardt and Zarya on the attack with a Symmetra.
I love Symmetra and I love Reinsaria, but
I don't appreciate the Mei here. I would have rather the Reaper.
You know, I can't say I agree, but I can't say disagree either, because I think Reaper is almost as fun as Mei is to play.
Well, you are a very good player. They're not as easy now. Well, that's the TP coming in. The wall's going to be used and not going to find a whole lot of value. I'm not toxic. Don't worry about it. Sniper Life and Sarah's going to start to find the picks here, though. But the defense is going to look to hold very well here. Wall's going to come in just to kind of prevent them from escaping, I'm guessing. Breeze is going to confirm Magenta's falling, and that's going to be it as they just hold strong. Good first fight.
I'm not talking to you. You're a bully.
Zella said it.
You're a bully.
Zella said it.
Nah.
Zella said it. Don't bully me.
No, because I can't bench you. Zell would say that. Yes, I can. I can strongly suggest that he be benched.
Oh, that's a good wall to isolate the Ice Queen.
That's why I said I can strongly suggest.
Well, bench the captain's forehead. This attack does look like it's going a lot better without the Symmetra. As they do find picks here. Now the window's going to be out. and it's gonna just confirm the fight, and it's gonna be completely abandoned right away, and Felix is just gonna pop and boink. Pop and boink, I mean.
I don't think that ult was necessary, but they do have plenty of time that I don't think it's going to be a huge detriment to their game itself.
Yeah, and there's a reason why on PTR they made it so that it charges 20% slower. Just because it's so broken.
I have not actually read the patch notes. I had them read out while I was in a channel earlier, so I don't recall all of them. But even with this 5 minutes, we've seen holds this long or longer on this point. So
that's not a good start though. As the Shatter does get blocked, that's a very nice play from the right. Hard to hold right click there. That's a Dragon Strike coming forward, and the slam is able to save him. They have to break that. They want to find value with that, but the sound barrier is going to be there as well. Cyber Life finds Swimmy, so that's going to be the pick that the defense needs as the barrier breaks. Wall's going to be there to kind of just stall for a second. Now Clixie is going to drop the Blizzard in, and it's going to be pretty big finding one support, but it's not going to really find a whole lot else. As another Blizzard comes in, this time on the defense, Cyber Life finds Stab. That looks like defense might be able to hold strong, but it's going to probably be thanks to some staggers. When those drops and the fire check goes forward, it's not going to do a whole lot. Just finds Wheezy, and this looks like it could actually be the attack spike to win. Although Stress does find Helix very, very close. Although, given it's a 2 CP map, it's most likely that the defense will win. It's a 3v3 at the moment. And now the freeze is going into the backline. The Baptiste is frozen. It looks like they're in the back. No, the great body block. Dire Rape. That's support as the Dragon Strike goes up onto point. Just kind of splitting them off a little bit. Now Dire Rape is going to find Stress. This is a very bad position for the defense to be in at the moment. And now that the respawns are all here for Void, it looks like this might just be their chance as the pin just hits onto the ice block May. Now the Dragon Strike on the defense is going to come forward again. This time it's going to find Helix Cat. As the Shatter comes in, only fighting one player there. And now they're just going to steal the defense. I can't believe they turned it around.
although
That's on the wall. And Awkward Amara counter 69. Nice.
I don't know what I did, but that May wall was huge. When you're in a position like that and you don't have all 3 points that you can let the enemy team take, you have to be able to get out on that point. You have to assess that situation. Knowing they had a May, they should have split which side they were coming out, or they should have picked characters that could get out there faster. But I don't know how much it would have helped. It was a beautiful shot.
I mean, I just want to point out that Void and Zenkai were both in that same situation, which the attack looked to be in a disadvantage in a 3 players left scenario, but Zenkai wasn't able to bring it back, and Void was, I believe.
It was very good games though. I mean, like we saw, almost the 3rd point was almost captured in that first round, but it's still only game 2, so we got 2 more to see if we can go to a game 5.
Yeah, it might be a reverse sweep. You never know. But we're gonna see you after halftime's break. So go get some water, go to use the bathroom, whatever you need to do. We'll be here. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to OCC. I am Ty. Amara's here as well. We don't need to hear her talk yet. So far, the match has been pretty close, even though it's 2-0.
Oh, do I get to speak now?
Yeah, now you do.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping that there's going to be somewhat of a reverse here. I would like to see a game 5, but I always want to see a game 5. But yeah, I don't think it's big things that Zenkai needs to change to come back and take these next 2 games. So if they can make those little adjustments, I think they can take them.
Yeah, definitely. It's only a couple small steps away from really being like a potential like reverse sweep. If the coaching session in the halftime went well, then they finna roll.
I hope so. I'd like to see it.
Well, you're very clearly biased.
Why? I was rooting for Void at the beginning, and now I'm rooting for Zenkai. What? How am I biased?
Chat, agree with me that she's biased, please. And
I'm
thank
not
you.
biased.
Oh, wow. I'm not biased. I'm not biased. I'm not biased. I'm not biased. Anyways, our next map is going to be Blizzard World. How do you feel about Blizzard World? You hate it, don't you?
I just wish that I could get out to the farther areas of it and explore them, but I like the map for the most part.
Remember I watched a video when this map was released and they were like, hey, imagine if they made a Blizzard World 2, but this time it's like a control map and all the other sections of the map that you don't normally explore, you get to explore with this section.
That would be cool.
Wow, Berkey in the chat saying more Amara, less Ty. All right, I'm shutting up now. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Bergie.
You clearly don't need me anymore, so time to solo cast, Amara. See how you do.
Yeah, no, thank you. He said less tie, not no tie.
0 is less.
No, I mean yes, but that's not what we meant.
Well, that's what I mean. Because you're
Well,
mean.
stop it.
I meant that because, or that's what I mean because you're mean and Berkey's mean.
I think Burke and
That's
I are
what
both
Berkey
nice
did mean.
people.
Why would she be biased? Because she's clearly biased. Don't question it. Just accept this. Don't do research. Don't think about it. Just accept it. Like anti-vax. Just accept it.
No!
I had to mute myself while I coughed because I laughed too hard. I know they heard me, but they didn't hear all of it. And they only heard one cough, and
I really can't stand you right now. But Bergie is a nice person.
What comps do you think are going to be ran here? Double shield. That's what Zella says.
Well, I mean, if Zell wants to do the job that he was supposed to do tonight, by all means, Zell, go ahead.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I just didn't want Ty to be all alone.
What if I wanted to be alone, forehead?
Well, you still would have had to deal with Zell, so I kind of had to save you from that, too.
Oh, yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Thank you for that. But we're actually going to see a Reinhardt and Zarya on the attack, possibly, and I do not mind that one bit.
I love Ryan Zarya. I'm so glad more people are playing that again. I love playing Zarya. I might actually spend a couple games queuing for tank this season.
Fun fact, the first team I was ever in was a mid-GM team where I played off-tank.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I wasn't mid-GM, but I was playing with mid-GMs, and I was a hard carry on Zarya. Yes, mother! Mandela quotes! Yes, mother! What did
I
you
love
do,
it.
mother?
I love it.
Mother, do you need my assistance? Dear mother.
That was great.
I just know that he did say yes, mother. Chat.
He did.
Accept it. Don't research. Don't think about it. Just accept it.
How do you research?
Just like anti-vax.
Alright, well, there was a huge anti-nade for
Yeah,
those who are paying attention. It looks like Slade's gonna try to go around the back and get
Ooh, that's a big dynamite, and it's actually going to find Magenta there, and a decent amount of ult charge as well, but Quick Snake is going to pop a little bit extra and confirm the defense is going to hold.
We missed like the first half of that fight.
That's fine, don't worry about it, we're funny.
But I know there was a beautiful, beautiful anti-nade and a beautiful dynamite. I just commented on the Ash thing too.
Amara is only here because of Wheezy. Forget the fact that pause.
Totally just because of Wheezy.
Yes, we did have a pause called, so I didn't just do this for fun. I only do that on Thursdays. Wait a minute. What day is today?
It's Wednesday. No,
It's
it's Thursday.
Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Oh god, it's Thursday. It's my fun pause day.
I still have one more day off. What am I gonna do with it?
Sleep.
Nah.
Oh my god, if P doesn't mean pause, I'm gonna just leave. Oh god. Oh god. Ty is NA host. Okay, it's fine. Ty didn't do anything bad. It's okay. Don't question it. Ty's good. Ty did not do a goof. It's not an NA host, they actually needed a pause.
Good job.
They do. Oh no. Oh, they switch off to the boring combo of Reinhardt or Rissa. But they do have the window, so they will be able to get that back
That
up.
worked. That's okay.
Well, here's the thing though, they didn't even try and get their ultimates 100% away, so they kind of just... They kind of just played it, and oh, that's going to be a massive play from Stev to get 2 eliminations first on Distress and then onto his mirror, and they're going to have to force the attack's going to have to go back if they don't want to stagger themselves here. It looks like they will be staggered. So
they need to just back out and regroup, and I don't think they always do that quite quick enough.
Yeah, I completely agree. They lose one person, then they stand for just a little bit too long, and it gets them like 10 to 20 seconds cut off the time bank. Did I say murder did?
I did.
Oh, you said murder did. I thought I said murder did.
No, I said murder did.
Why did you say murder did?
Because that's what happens when you don't back out quick enough. You get murdered.
And I won't back down. No, I won't back down. Do you recognize my reference? Thank you so much, but that's gonna be a wall put up. No real available. That's a window on both sides. No oversaw hold yet. That's just gonna be a firefight coming in without the assistance of the hold, and there's no window on the attack, so they're just gonna get shredded to bits.
I love where Magenta put that immortality field, and it was so flawless, and Magenta just got right back to the fight after placing it there. I thought that was very well placed.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that Baptiste really proves that some heroes can have different skill caps depending on how you play them. And this sort of playstyle with double barrier where you just kind of plop lamp down next to a wall, he's not exactly the highest skill cap hero. I don't want to be rude, but there was a very good play to put the window there. But in other compositions, Baptiste does look a lot harder to play because of how the composition works. That's going to get rid of Clutch coming in. It's going to be pretty big with the High Noon coming in as well, and that's going to find the eliminations that they needed in order to hold it here. The sound barrier use. I'm not sure why they would do that when there was no real need to.
I just saw so many ults.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nasty pick on display right there. Now, it looks like the defense are just going to hold.
That is 5 ults on the deploy that we just saw come out. But with such a little bit of time on the clock, it might have been worth it.
Yeah, definitely. I guess,
And it was.
it do be like that.
And people in the chat are calling you old.
Do you say people are calling me old?
They are.
I'm not old, I'm only 58.
Initiating match.
I'm 18. How do people think I'm old?
I don't know.
Just because I sing one old song. How old are you? You recognize the song. I only sang it because of Barnyard. And also Johnny Cash made that song as well. But, I just sang it because Barnyard. That was my decision. That was my choice. Let me do what I want to do.
You okay over there?
I didn't hear what you said because I was coughing.
Are you okay over there?
No, I just coughed. What do you think?
Oh, okay.
I'm dying, basically.
Oh.
Oh my goodness! I just realized something.
Yes.
There's a statue here with eyelashes.
Oh my gosh. You
The only female statue in
and the
entire-
eyelashes.
Like the dwarf guy, no eyelashes. The human guy, no eyelashes there. The mage, no eyelashes here. But then you look at the hunter, and oh look, eyelashes. And it's not just the top ones; it's the bottom ones too. Why? Why do you need eyelashes on statues?
I thought last time you were complaining that they didn't have eyelashes. Now you're complaining that they do?
Why is it so inconsistent?
You know what? I don't know.
Just an FYI, this is a no-win scenario for the series for Zenkai. Even if they draw this, they lose. Ooh, but it looks like that's a good start to this map as wait. Babomp magenta from a mile away. That's a official term, Babomp.
Oh, it's official?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna have to come up with an OCC dictionary, and make it available
Just
to
for
public
things
for
I
when
say.
you cast. Yes.
Yeah. It has to be like only things I say, because everything else is understandable and every other caster makes sense. And do not call me a boomer. Do not call me a boomer.
Alright, we do see
not a-
Sombra scouting in the back lane here. If she can get her ult, which it looks like she's already almost halfway there, they could very easily take this point in one.
Yeah, but they're just gonna kill people instead for it. And Dire even does find that pick on stress, but the tank is low for Void right now. And Van is gonna get sway as well. Looks like the picks are gonna come through, and they're most likely just gonna cap right here. The Primal Rage coming up very soon. And that's just it. Void will be the winners of the series, but Zenkai can still take this final map.
They can, and I think they have a pretty good chance of doing it. I'd like to see them win it. I'm sad we're not gonna go to map 5. Stop talking about the eyelashes in the chat. I don't want to hear about the eyelashes. Okay. They can give whoever they want eyelashes, and whoever they don't want eyelashes.
What if they want to give Hammond eyelashes?
That's fine.
What if they want to give me eyelashes?
That's fine. If you don't have any, I'd be a little bit disturbed though.
I don't want eyelashes.
Well, I mean, I can't help you with that. I'm sorry.
You should be sorry.
There's something wrong with you.
That's accurate. Anyways, our final map here is going to be Rialto.
Can you say that one more time?
Rialto.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The eyelashes thing though. Now it's gonna be bugging me again.
You just never forget eyelashes 2020. But we are going into Rialto.
Oh gosh.
But
You and the way you say Rialto.
Initiating
Cannot.
match.
oh gosh.
You're not
okay.
helping, Cell.
Thank you, Cell. Thank you for helping. Yeah, they can't hear you, but you know, it's fine. They either think we're mentally unstable or they think that we're actually talking to you.
And they
Because we're
probably
just- we're
think Zell
both
is
hallucinating.
toxic.
What's the odds that they think that we're both mentally
I
unstable?
just want to know how to make it where my stream can't hear people like Zell.
Well, step 1, you get good. That's it. That's all the steps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, it aren't that hard. It's like English.
Oh, I guess you just mute your mic instead of muting the thing. But I want to know how to mute just Zell.
Block him, mute him on Discord, kill him. You know, those are all valid options.
You're right.
In 30 seconds.
The true struggle is for the superiority of ideas.
You've got at least till the summer because I don't want to come up there in the winter to kill you.
Well, we need to stop
And
talking
for the
about
people that
murder and
can't
an
hear,
official OCC stream.
Zell is saying that he doesn't want to get murdered. So
Let's
we will
talk-
have
let's
to
stop.
resort
I
to
made
doing
one
a
quick
game.
joke and we're still talking about this when we should be talking about the compositions. How dare you? You know,
I'm
stop
sad that
talking
it's
about
no
murder.
Zarya.
Stop- Well, You know, on yeah, so Ryan's Zarya is definitely very powerful, but Orisa has shown that she's basically just Ryan but better. So you know, it's real in the long run. Yeah, so it doesn't really do much, but outside of map differential, but that can be very important. And the wall's gonna come up. They're gonna start the whole W here, and it's gonna be a freeze onto the Reinhardt though. Sway is gonna start the whole W though, and freezes of their own. And so the Bears are going to be there to block that, and that's gonna be a big one to bring two players back. And Dan is gonna capitalize the pick onto Sarah. As Sway finds the immortality, but that's gonna be an attacking win on Real.
I can't stand you. I love the momentum that Zenkai has right here, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that they're pushing a payload, but if they would take the same momentum and apply it on the other types of maps, I think they would do a million times better.
I completely agree. They're
having
very
this
much...
payload forcing the aggression.
Yeah, they're playing aggressively themselves. Dan, what are you doing? You kind of just died. So, yeah, so it's not the kind of map where you can just walk around and put your face in wherever you want. That could be a wall stopping stress pin. And I feel stressed just watching that happen.
I'm stress casting with you, but I really am just loving this gameplay from Zenkai right now.
Yeah, the aggression is definitely much better from Zenkai right now. They're playing like they don't really... They're playing like they have nothing to lose, and they really don't. And that's going to be a Blizzard coming out, and it's going to not... Or it's going to actually do quite a bit as Direct gets close. There's a Dragon Strike, though, going straight through the payload. It's going to be nullified by the immortality, though. Pull us this out as well, but it's going to end unceremoniously. That's a huge Dragon Strike! Full combo, buddy! 2 eliminations! That's going to keep Zenkai rolling.
Nice job from Sniper and from Bad Rep. I love when I see the combo of those two. But that was an excellent dragon, and it was very well placed. And I don't know where Magenta or Magenta's immortality was, but that was a very well placed combo.
Absolutely positive. Just window dropping on the defense, trying to get some value here, but Sway's going to be a little bit too far forward for their liking. And it's going to be in the ice block. It's die! That's the Piglet defense need in order to hold this massive amount of momentum that the mighty side of Zenkai has been propelling themselves forward with. So the Star game, there's a huge sleep onto healing. A little bit too aggressive. There's a shadow dropping, not really finding a whole lot of value. Huge pinfall thanks to anti-gate. Team on our back right now. So window on the attack as well with a mana boost from Reinhardt with a fire strike going straight through it. It's going to be very potent. Although it doesn't hit anything, it could have just destroyed. It would have done 300 damage, by the way.
I'm so proud of Zenkai right now. This is just so much fun to watch them push forward like this. No, I am not. You hush. I didn't say Wheezy, I said Zenkai.
That's a Dragon Strike going forward. It's going to actually find one pick, and Clickstein is going to fall, but Stem switches right before the Dragon Strike of their own could really find a whole lot of value. The pin is going to go forward, not finding anything really. The pull's going to be there as well. The freeze is going to find Dan falling, and Helix is going to be frozen right after, but this is actually going to be able to live for a little bit longer. Zyra even falls to the DPS in the wrong category as the high drops as well. Not able to do anything though, as Sniper Life just gets that pair of picks, that perfect plump pair of picks that perfectly timed the perpetually pushing payload.
Are you okay?
Alliteration is very important to my morale. Zyra comes back to the point on the Diva, but is going to be shredded very fast. Blizzard again, another Blizzard from Sway going to drop and just zone them off the payload again. Just in the back line, Clickstay is going to drop low health, and that's going to be it. They're going to push 348 on the timing.
Good job, Zenkai. They had the momentum. They didn't just leave the point behind, and they didn't get too far ahead of the point. I see that a lot on this map. I see the attacking team, either all or most, get so far up in front of the payload that their person on the payload, even if they have ranged abilities, just aren't doing them any good, especially with the way that second section of the map curves around. But they stayed close enough to the point while also maintaining that momentum, and I thought that was absolutely excellent.
Absolutely.
I just need them to not back up now on the defense. They can press the W. I need them to not press the S.
So you want them to be Vancouver, basically.
I want them to not give up a single centimeter of this payload.
You want them to be Vancouver.
Sure.
Well, bumper Vancouver, I should say.
Ready for battle.
I want them to be the best Zenkai that they can be.
What if they want to be the best Toronto Defiant they can be? What if they want to be the best Angry Titans they want to be?
Well,
What if they want to be
can
the best
change their
Austin
team
In-Laws they want to be?
name, then they can change their team name.
That's fair.
I grow tired.
I'm gonna see that
Interesting
May again.
compositions.
I'm liking the May.
This is a Clicksney Fera. Clicksney. Ixnay on the Clicksney. Ixney. Clicksney.
Sarah.
No, you're happy about that, I'm sure.
2, 1.
You know I don't just
Famara.
like Farah.
Famara.
Yes, I do love Farah.
Both are going to be running the boring combo of Reinhardt and Orisa. So they are going to be very even in the tanks and very similar to the DPS. Ooh, that's going to be very dropping for stress right off the bat. This is kind of awkward to see for Zenkai as Sway falls. I'm talking very slowly. This could be the DPS in the wrong category. Finding Clickney with a pin going to the far. Rapper Dan doesn't really get much other than full charge, but stress is at 80% right now. Very fast shatter charging, but this is very hard time keeping up Zenkai's tanks. Especially takes all the damage from stress. But another anti-nade onto Dan! Just getting one after the other. Stress does fall, but the shatter is going to be ready whenever they want to pop it. That's going to be Stez fighting 2 picks just to confirm with Storm Arrow.
Stez is absolutely deadly on this Hanzo tonight.
Yeah, I thought you were going to add more to that. But yes, I completely agree.
I'm just enjoying watching it. You know,
What a shot on Farah!
You know, I was about to say we either need to see Sniper Life killing that Pharaoh or we need to see a hero swap here, but that works.
I mean, they do have Orisa can be a soft counter. That's the shatter dropping, not finding a whole lot of value. The Dragonstone can follow it up, but Clickney actually gonna fall for that. Another shatter. He's gonna drop 3 players, and ooh, Dad's gonna find that he wants to win. So I guess he just will.
I enjoy your enthusiasm there. I'm interested to see if Clickney stays on this Pharah, and I'm also interested to see if Sniper Life can consistently kill the Pharah, and I know May can kill a Pharah as well, so I mean I'd really like to see some of those shots.
And Honor and that piece.
Yes, I'm talking specifically the DPS at this particular point in time.
Well, I wanted to add in that support too.
They can. Do you want the Reinhardt to swing?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All that on the sky too?
Of course.
Alright,
I mean, as a Reinhardt main, that's the ideal situation. Sway's actually going to pop Stez with the Ice Cold to the face, but Dan is going to find stress with the Flaming Fury from the rear.
There you go, your healer killed the Pharah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Sarah Baptiste, support, or the DPS in the wrong category, is going to pick up that elimination. And now they're going to probably hold strong here since there's only 3 players left on the attack.
You're right, there are only 3. They do need to back out. If they're not careful, they're going to have some really big staggers. And they are so close to the end of the second point here that is going to cut into their time quite a bit.
Yeah, they're probably going to have a worse time bank as well because I don't think Zenkai got stopped more than once, and I think this is the second fight that Void has lost.
I think you're right. That the momentum that Zenkai has with a payload is just absolutely impressive. And I like that they're not pressing pressing S right now. This Tai has died. We are going to see Sway and the Pharah going at it. And it looks like Sniper Life is going to come in and finish that off. Stevs is going to get a beautiful kill on Sarah, though, but they are going to be able to hold this point.
I said so much when I was muted.
Okay, I stepped up and I attempted play-by-play. Don't ever make me do that again.
I said that stress was taken on a rocket ship ride by Dan, and I'm so sad that wasn't included. And Sniper Life is going to find Diary for thanks to this massive amount of damage from Storm Arrows. And this will be another fight won by the defense.
That was more like a half fight.
still, I
That
mean,
wasn't even
if
like
I
a full
thought-
fight. It was like a half fight.
I think they need to switch off this Pharah, honestly. Both Seraph and Sniper Life are doing an incredible job of countering at anything that Clixney wants to do.
They are, and with everybody looking up and focusing Clixney, the May, the
You said it.
Fat-
Congratulations.
everybody, I know. It's
Ooh, that's a good
I think
full
they're
fire
hoping
strike
for a
combo.
really good ult.
Yeah, and oh, it looks like the defense is going to start to crumble here. Blizzard's going to try and prevent that from happening, and it looks like it will actually. Sniper Life with a boink onto Clixney. Takes him out of the air.
I didn't actually see the Pharah because she was so high up from where my camera is positioned. I just saw the body fall from the sky.
The Doomfist is in, and that's a much better choice against what the enemy team has. Ana's the only real potential worry here, but Doomfist can hard counter Baptiste.
You're absolutely right. I'm just sorry. Berkey said I was doing fine without you in the chat. Thank you, Berkey. I'm not sure what just happened to Clixney, but I do think that the swap was needed if he could just get back and not try swimming.
Trying to figure out where Clixney was there, but can't. That's a shadow dropping. It's only going to drop a tank. Summer's going to be different protecting them a little bit, and it looks like it will work out in the end. In fact, the six are coming. That's going to be Nano, but it's actually going on to the May with a nano boosted bevel. It's going to be a lot of worry for the attack right now, but Dan's just going to swing on through and get the damage in, get the eliminations in, and that's going to be the payload pushing.
Helix to Cat had an absolutely phenomenal Lucio ult right there, and that absolutely saved them when that shatter came in and allowed them to push forward and get the picks, and it allowed their Doomfist to get back as well. So big props to him on the Lucio.
Oh my god, what a
Oh, wow.
dragon strike from Sniper Life finds 3 eliminations. They're going to hold second after that. What?
That was beautiful.
That was totally wicked! Incredible reference.
Yes.
Incredible reference.
Yes, it was. Honey, where's my super suit?
Why do you need it? He clicked his way ahead of the rest of the team, and he's going to get punched for it as Weavy gets that primary fire shot. Slay the 5th. And now that they are in overtime, they cannot leave the payload, but that's going to be sure that they might be able to win the fight. But they might actually see 9. Nope, the play's going to send it in the last second. And now they look like they might be able to push in, but that's going to be Sway saying, no, you won't. Felix is going to try very hard to hard carry them in this fight. Now it's just going to be Bad Rep alone on point with the rest of the team a little bit further behind, and that's going to be the sports falling. Synchronized death. Tank solid is only one left on point right now. The shot is going to drop though. It finds 2 players to the ground. Stress trying to bring them back as well as Bad Rep, but they won't be able to, and now they're going to push past to 3rd point.
That was still an excellent hold. And I love Doomfist coming over the wall like that. And I'm sure Hell's Virtue would have if that were the team that he coached. Sorry, bro. But that was an excellent push, but it was also a phenomenal hold. And May is just Sway on this May, and it rhymes, and I can't. She's focusing people, and if she would just adjust how fast she gets out, I think she'd have a little bit more survivability, but she's absolutely wrecking the enemy team.
Yeah, Sway is going to be dropping the fire by the hammer, but they're going to stay alive thanks to the immortality. Very well placed from Seraph right now. Felix is doing very hard again. He gets the first pick of this fight. Now they're going to push forward. It looks like they'll might be able to steamroll past 2nd or 3rd point. Now it's just Sway with the icicle to stall out point a little bit longer. About to have that blizzard, but dies too soon, and that's going to be the pin. Trying to touch point, but they won't be able to. Stress falls, and that's going to be it. They're going to be able to push.
I would love to know the thought process behind some of these May walls, though.
I don't. I'm sure it would break my brain. Either too big brain or too small brain. Either way,
It's
my
Sway,
brain would
so
break.
probably too big brain for you.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Initiating match.
Why would you be so mean? Zenkai's time is 420! Zenkai's time is 420!
What?
Zenkai's time. Wait.
Oh
Zenkai pushed the
my
handle at
gosh.
88.08 meters, but Void pushed at 88.15 meters.
The numbers on these games have been so strange lately.
It also has always been one of the buggiest maps when it comes to payload distances. I've seen situations like this forever. I think that one time I saw like an 88.03 to an 89.01.
Stop breaking things.
but it's how I do.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Yes, there's
yeah,
a point where
0.00
Hornbeast had
meters.
0.00 meters, and that number is so
Unfortunate. Poor, unfortunate souls. So sad. So true.
Are we gonna be graced with the rest of the song?
No? What song? I just wanted to mention how they were poor, unfortunate souls.
4,
So sad, so true.
2,
So sad.
1.
And so true.
Attackers in.
But they're only going to have a minute to push here. And that's going to be very brutal, especially considering the fact that, you know, if they get held early here, that's going to spell doom. No pun intended with Doomsday. And now they're all going to be dropped low thanks to a massive fire strike. And stretch 37% of their ultimate. The Doomfist is going to try to find some value in the backline, but no abilities left. Quixie's in a scary position, but going to go back to the team. But not soon enough. The Sniper Life picks up that elimination. Now 30 seconds left in the time bank. Defense looks to be holding very strong here. Dan finds an immortality field, but with an anti-nade on them right now, they do better up though. Dan's gonna fall. Stez tries to equalize, but it's not gonna be enough. The defense is gonna hold strong with 4 players left.
You know, as we see ults already coming online, even with just a minute in the time bank, if they can't move this payload a little bit further forward before some of these ults come online, this narrow corridor is going to be a huge disadvantage to them, especially without a BAP on the side of Wing.
Yeah, there's gonna be a Dragon Strike here, and that's gonna just crush any hopes that they really have. That's Nana was off the May. Dragon Strike comes forward, not really doing a whole lot, just zoning out several players, and it's gonna get Dan killed actually with a Bongo. Or Bongo and Blizzard about to come up very soon. All the players are low for Zenkai at the moment, but they're gonna be able to find more mix. Anyways, Blizzard's gonna be there to zone out anybody from the rear, and that's gonna be it. They're gonna hold on very early here, depending on whether or not Warrior does fall, and that's it. They will hold on at the very edge of the border.
Absolutely excellent hold. I think that Dragon Strike needed to be fired from a little bit further back. It would have done a little bit more to the front of that payload, but it served its purpose, and it ended up taking out who they needed to take out and split the team up. And then of course these other ults coming online was just a cherry on top for the side of Zenkai.
Absolutely, positively.
I don't know how you consistently say that correctly, or I guess incorrectly.
What, is this supposed to be absolutely, positively?
I have no idea. I'm just impressed that you say it the same every time.
Absolutely, positively.
Ready for battle.
I think we're gonna see them push it past here. On a
Place
rare
the
occasion, I will
base,
see a hold right here.
We got a base
For
team on the field, boys.
420. But ooh, we're gonna see Sway come off of the May.
Incoming in 30 seconds.
We're gonna
Swayra.
see. Yeah. We're gonna see it. Sway make me proud. But we're also gonna
Make
see
me
my
proud.
love Mercy coming from Helix Cats. Helix make me proud. Everybody makes me proud.
He looks a cat.
Yes.
One thing you can do on Rialto, if the enemies don't have low graphical settings, is there's bushes that you can hide right behind the payload, sit down if you tracer. Doesn't work on Mercy, trust me, I've tried it, the wings poke through,
Escort.
and you stall.
Nothing will be quite as great as Junkrat sitting in front of the payload on a map, like laying in front of a payload on a map and pushing it again that way.
I agree. They're using this cart magnificently to protect themselves, though. Barry's gonna drop, and they have to start dropping themselves, but that's a very weird, dangerous place for Dan to be right now, alone against the entirety of Zenkai, but he's gonna be able to live thanks to Sev's getting the elimination on Distress. Everybody on Void, or Zenkai, is very low right now, but Dan's gonna be the first person to fall on that side. Now, Sniper Life is going to find the elimination here. As Sev falls, they have to be able to touch a little bit longer. The Bash is going to be one of the only players left very soon. Now, they're actually going to be Sniper Life trying to contest him. He's going to drop very low, and it's going to back up, but that's the quickly falling. The Bastion, the main damage source, is now dead, although the Gen is going to prove why that he's going to be the main damage source. Never mind, Battle Rap finds that elimination as well as Diary. That's going to be a map, the final map picked up by Zenkai.
Excellent job, Zenkai. You know, them using that payload, you hear people call it out all the time in games. You know, use the payload as cover, use the payload as cover. But they did it so flawlessly there, and in 20 seconds, they were able to get that point 90% of the way where it needed to go.
Yeah, very impressive play from Zenkai right there.
Beautiful play of the game coming from Sniper Life. You have to, when you're in a situation like we just saw with this Bastion, when they're underneath you like that, you have to make a decision. You have to focus anybody that's not under you, or you have to move. And when the entire team moved except the Bastion, it allowed everybody to get picked because they didn't move as a group. They were also in a really difficult position considering how much time was on the time bank, but they did an excellent job, and that was a great. I think that was a great way to end the night.
Absolutely. There was a hair in my mouth, so I wasn't able to
I
talk a little bit.
appreciate
Thank
that,
you for
Berkey. You
talking.
took my #1 spot, but look at Berkey in the chat with the
What?
1,500 cheers. Thank you, Berkey. For those that don't know, Berkey is often lurking in here and is just a super awesome person in our community and super fun to be around.
I
And
completely
so thank
agree.
you for those bits, Berkey.
Berkey's an absolute Chad.
For the Alliance.
I'm gonna ignore that you just said that. But it's about that time. Who do you guys think deserves MVP in the chat? I think it's very difficult to say. I think everybody on Void was performing very evenly. And there weren't really many standout players, but there was nobody who was drooping off.
Trooping off. I love your terminology here. You know,
Yeah,
I think
Science Dictionary.
Stevs did a great job. I think everybody did a great job, but
Mhm.
Stevs really caught my eye. I
Yes,
think
that's definitely.
just the picks he is getting and his positioning, I was very impressed by. But I also, because I never just give one because that's just rude. I gotta applaud Sway. Once I think it took her a little bit to get, and I hate to say this because she was playing May, but warmed up. But once she
Cooled
did,
down.
she was devastating on that May.
Mhm.
And so those are my two.
I can definitely understand that. To me, I think the only player who I really saw outperformed everybody in the lobby was Wheezy. Honestly, so
I
many
didn't want to say
impactful sleep
Wheezy because I had
darts.
already said Wheezy earlier.
I think honestly the supports for Zenkai were outperforming everybody else in the lobby. Wheezy with so many impactful sleep darts and insanity when it comes to the bio nades, as well as Seraph just getting constant picks and clutch immortality fields. They are my MVPs, even though they might have lost the series. I just think that they outperformed everybody in the lobby. Helix Cat,
I
if I
would
had to
agree.
pick one from the winning team, would have been my MVP. Because
Yeah,
great
Helix
mercy
did
play
amazing
and very
as
good
well.
Lucio play.
Everybody did amazing though. So
Yeah, nobody really played too poorly. Nobody really played, I think, like above anybody else except for the supports on Zenkai, in my opinion. I think
it was
that they
good
just
games.
really impressed me so much. And it looks like we are having some sway boat in chat by Berkey.
Woo!
And apparently Amara's the caster of the game. I'm tilted right now.
You'll live.
Sway the Slayer. Sway Slade.
It's Sway Slade. Yes, she did.
Hey, do you think Sway wears Swade while let me try that again. Do you think Sway wears Swade while Slade? Do you think Sway?
Thank you all for coming to our
No,
game
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna
tonight.
get it out. Do you think Sway wears Swade while Sway slays?
No.
Try saying that 3 times
This
fast.
is your first time here with us tonight. Thank you for joining us. You are always welcome. You can see our About section and the link to all our social medias and our applications down below, and our Discord as well. You're more than welcome to come and be a part of our community. We have a lot of great people, and then we have Ty, but you'll get used to him.
What?
He's kind of like the lost dog. We don't know how to get rid of him. We'd feel bad if we tried. So
Excuse me right now?
feel free to share our stream with your friends and your family and your social media, and as other casters sometimes say, your grandma, your grandpa, your mom, your dad, your dog, anybody and everybody. I don't care. And like I said, we all do make up for having to deal with Ty, so please come and join our community if you're not a part of it already.
Toxic, dude. But, sure. They say that the tanks didn't get any attention in the chat, but in my eyes, tanks do not deserve player of the match unless I see 2 6-man shatters. Do it for me, my boys.
You're toxic.
You don't get 2 6-man shatters, you don't get my vote for MVP. You gotta do better than me. But you know what? The tanks did definitely play very well. If I do think that it was very close for MVP. It's just that a couple players played slightly better. It wasn't really that the tanks were underperforming. It's just everybody was performing very equally.
Absolutely.
But do you have anything else to say before we close it out?
you know what? I would have loved to see a game 5, but thank goodness I only had to deal with you for an hour and a half.
Anyways, I hope you all had a wonderful time watching the stream, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Be sure you get some water, stay hydrated, have a wonderful night, sleep well.